I have a few last minute activities that you can pull together to do with your kids just in time for Halloween. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. Let's do some last minute Halloween activities. I know we're just a few days out from the big event and maybe you have some kids that need some entertaining to do, and I'm going to show you some ideas that will be really easy to do. The first one is a spider craft, and you just need a paper plate. You can color this, paint this, you can buy a different colored plate if you want, it's up to you. You're also going to need some clothespins and some googly eyes. Both of these were purchased at the Dollar Tree. So if you want to make this a crafty kind of activity, just pull out your markers or your paint and have your child color the paper plate and color the clothespins. Coloring the clothespins with a marker is probably the quickest and easiest way, but you could always choose to paint them if you want to get a little bit messy. So the simplest way to do this activity is just to adhere your clothespins onto the side of the paper plate. This is great fine motor control, learning how to strengthen those hand muscles while putting them on the paper plate. And the clothespin represent the spider's legs. And then your child can choose which googly eyes they would like to put on. They can actually do more than just two if they want to make it extra creepy spider. And then they can take some glue and just glue them on. That's the simplest way to do these. Use them as decorations or a craft. If you want to do a little bit of learning before you get crafty and glue everything down, break out a die and go ahead and roll it. This will be how many legs the spider will have. I have 6, so I'm going to put on 6 legs, or in this case that means 6 clothespins. Then you can roll again. I got 4 this time, and that means 4 googly eyes. So great for counting and a lot of fun too. And you can do this over and over again until you're ready to actually glue down your items. For the next one, I'm just going to take a wipes container. This one happened to be green, and I'm going to make a green monster. You could also use a white container, make a ghost, or perhaps even use a tissue box and decorate it as you wish. I'm going to keep mine really easy and just flip open the lid here and glue on some googly eyes for my monster and a nose. However you decorate these is up to you. That could even be part of the activity. And there I have a monster. You could also do the monster up here on this side if you have the flipped up top, like this one. And just do it that way, and that could be the monster's mouth down there. Whichever way you want is fine. I just want to give you a couple ideas that you can do with this. It's a feeding the monster kind of activity, and so you're going to need something to feed the monster with. If you have real little ones, like maybe 18 months and up, try to pick something that's kind of chunky and easy to do, and then work your way down to smaller objects. Obviously keep supervised all the time. These little foam blocks that come from the Target dollar store would be great for this. You also can find these at the Dollar Tree in smaller blocks, and they can just put them in together. And then the best part that you'll probably like is that you can open it up and pull the pieces back out and dump them and do it over again. Another fun material to use are pom-poms. They come in all different kinds of sizes. You can even get them in themed colors if you want to match the Halloween theme. I'm just keeping mine, the materials I have, so I'm not keeping within a color, but the same concept, you can just place them in with your hands. Older kids, if this becomes too easy, grab some of those clothespins and pick them up with a clothespin and drop them in. This skill takes a little bit of dexterity in opening that clothespin, picking them up, and releasing to drop them in. And when you get all of the balls inside, your monster has now been fed and is very full. Another great activity to do, especially if you have multiple pumpkins, is to do a weighing game. Here is our dino pumpkin, and we're going to put it on the scale. But beforehand, you can talk about which pumpkin is heavier. Lift them up to see if the child can guess, and then put them on the scale to measure the weight. Additionally, you can take it one step further and break out your measuring tape. Here's a little kid measuring tape that we bought at Toys R Us last year, and you can measure the circumference and start to talk about how to measure items and how to measure around. Then you can also compare with the other pumpkins you have. If you have older children, you can even make this an experiment, develop a hypothesis, do the work and measure the pumpkins, the weight and the circumference, draw a conclusion as to which pumpkin is bigger or heavier and why that is, and record your results. That's all I have for you guys today. Click subscribe to see more videos like this. Give me a thumbs up to show your love, and I'll see you next time we have in our house. This one's a lot of fun. It's all about counting, and it has these cards in it where you match up all the numbers. If you're into